Russia and China are already helping Iran target U.S. forces, and this makes an already dangerous regional conflict much more complex. Through intelligence sharing, cyber operations, military technology, and even experienced fighters, these global powers are directly shaping the battlefield. Today, we're breaking down how this involvement is changing the war, what it means for U.S. troops, and why a ground war could become far more costly than many Americans realize. Strategic alignment. Iran is no longer isolated. Russia and China have actively straightened ties with Iran. Russia has shared intelligence and military experience with Iran, continuing patterns seen in Syria. China has deepened economic and energy partnerships while providing diplomatic backing. This involvement means that the battlefield is no longer just regional. It's being influenced by two major global powers. Intelligence support. Russia has already shared satellite and battlefield intelligence with Iran. This intelligence helps Iran track U.S. naval movements in strategic areas like the Persian Gulf and identify supply routes and military installations. Combined with Iran's existing capabilities, this significantly increases the risk to American forces operating in the region. Cyber warfare. Russia and China have also provided cyber support to Iran. Operations include targeting U.S. military communications, disrupting logistics networks, interfering with satellite and command systems. Modern warfare depends heavily on coordination. Disrupting communications can paralyze military operations, which makes American deployments far more vulnerable. Military technology support. Iran is already capable of producing drones and missiles, but assistance from Russia and China has enhanced these systems. Improved missile guidance systems, advanced air defense technology, more effective drone warfare capabilities. This technological support increases the threat to U.S. forces on the ground and limits freedom of operation for air and naval forces. Russia's strategic motivation. Russia's involvement is partly linked to U.S. support for Ukraine. By supplying weapons, intelligence, and training to Ukraine, the U.S. directly countered Russian forces. From Moscow's perspective, supporting Iran helps counterbalance U.S. influence and operations in the region, making this a clear strategic calculation rather than speculation. Ukraine War veterans. Thousands of Russian veterans with frontline experience in Ukraine are already being contacted to help Iran. Some work with private military companies or are training Iranian forces in modern battlefield tactics. Their expertise in drone warfare, combined arms operations, and modern artillery makes Iranian forces more capable than ever before. Drone warfare. The Ukraine war has shown how impactful drones are on modern battlefields. Reconnaissance drones track troop movements. Attack drones strike vehicles and infantry. Cheap, numerous drones overwhelm defenses. U.S. troops, including elite formations like the 82nd Airborne Division, will face similar threats if deployed in Iran. Drone warfare dramatically increases the risk to infantry units and complicates any ground operation. Coalition support and international limits. International support for the U.S. is limited in this conflict. The United Nations does not have its own standing army. Peacekeeping forces come from member states. Many countries are preoccupied with regional tensions or stretched thin supporting Ukraine. This means that a large coalition for operations in Iran is unlikely, leaving the U.S. largely responsible for ground operations. Public support. Public opinion in the U.S. and allied nations is another limiting factor. After decades of wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, war fatigue is high. Sustaining long-term operations will require significant political and public support, which may be lacking in casualties rise. Changing government messaging. U.S. officials have shifted their language in recent weeks. Early statements emphasize no troops on the ground. More recent messaging from the Department of Defense and the Department of State has indicated all operations remain on the table, including ground deployment, if necessary. This language reflects a recognition of the evolving battlefield and a realistic need for boots on the ground should air and naval operations fail to achieve objectives. Ground war reality. Iran is a large country with difficult terrain and a population of over 80 million. Air and naval strikes alone will not decisively end the conflict. Ground operations would be required to secure strategic areas and neutralize threats. With Russian and Chinese support enhancing Iran's capabilities, any ground war could become extremely costly for U.S. forces. Casualty estimates. Based on historical conflicts and current battlefield conditions, short conflicts, days to weeks, mostly air and naval combat, dozens to a few hundred U.S. casualties. Medium conflict, months. Regional escalation with missiles and drones, several thousand casualties possible. Prolonged ground war, years. Full-scale engagement with Iranian forces trained and equipped by Russia and China, tens of thousands of U.S. casualties possible. The combination of foreign support, modern drone warfare, and potential ground combat makes this one of the most dangerous scenarios for U.S. forces in decades. Final conclusion. Russia and China's active involvement has transformed what is already a dangerous regional conflict into a complex, multi-layered battlefield. U.S. forces now face enhanced intelligence and targeting capabilities, cyber and technological threats, experienced foreign fighters supporting Iranian forces, limited international coalition support, growing public and political pressure at home. This is why a war with Iran could escalate far beyond what many Americans expect. What do you think? Can U.S. forces manage this level of threat from Iran, Russia, and China combined? Or is it a larger conflict becoming inevitable? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more military and geopolitical analysis, subscribe to Political Grunt.